Hey, before we start, I just want to give a big shout out to one of our clients, Darwin Bulaklak, for sending this well-crafted, personalized serving board. Now, some of you know I'm also a foodie, and from time to time I cook something special for my loved ones. Now, if you want something like this, go ahead and check their Instagram account. It's Woody Shop Handcrafts. They also do cheese boards, cutting boards, and a lot more. And they also personalize that as well. So go ahead and check them out. Alright, so on with today's episode. Hey Film Flips, Alan here again. Today we are going to work on a Mamiya M645 medium format camera. The client's complaint with this camera is he's getting uneven exposures. Also, some of the images that he got from this are overexposed. Now, this camera has an electronic shutter. Now, I'm guessing is actually having an issue with one of its electrical component here. Now, just to get a comparison with that uneven exposure, this is my own M645. We are going to try to test if this has an issue with electronic timing. So let's see, we can just put this on the highest speed. Alright, so again, this is the client's unit and this is my M645. So this is at 1/500, somewhat same. Let's go to 1/4. 3, 2. Alright, so as you can see, this one is actually lagging behind. Alright, let's try to see 1/4. 3, 2. Alright, so definitely there's an issue with the client's unit. Now, I think the slow shutter is giving up. I think it doubles the time that it goes off. So what we're going to do, I've already checked on the service manual for this one. There is a capacitor here that we can actually check to see if that's a problem. Now let me show you something here. Alright, so this is the service manual for M645 or M645 Super. Now, according to this is the determining exposure time. So that's the actual shutter speed. So according to this, capacitor is discharged. Let's see. Alright, so discharge, capacitor C2 discharge, energizing the moving coil. So there is a moving coil here which turns and moves the second curtain, so that determines the time of the second shutter being opened. So I'm guessing, and if we move that here, C is a capacitor C2, and according to the circuit diagram, this is the moving coil which opens up and closes the second shutter, and according to the diagram here, there is a C2 capacitor. So that's what we're going to check, because according to the diagram, this one is the one charging the moving coil. So if it's giving out low voltage, that might affect the moving coil as well. Well, in theory, that's what I'm thinking. We need to check that capacitor out and maybe replace it, and let's see if it's going to work. Alright, so we begin by removing the left plate. We are going to remove 4 screws right here, and 2 screws here. But we first need to take out this shutter knob. So what we'll do is we're just going to peel that off. Alright, once you have this removed, you have 2 screws here, but make sure you mark it on bob mode. So we are going to remove that 2 Phillips screws or JIS screws. for us to verify which one is a bulb, we are going to put some mark on it. Let's just peel this off. You can use isopropyl alcohol, or if you have lighter fluid, you can do that as well. Okay, so you have the second screw. You have two screws here. Okay, once you remove all the 4 screws, you are going to take this out as well. You would need a spanner to take out that retaining screw. Alright, and let's try to see if this will open up. There you go. Hope you can see that. Alright, so this is the capacitor that we are trying to look at. So I'm going to take this out, and I actually went ahead and bought a replacement. Okay, you can buy this in pack of 50. So we have the same value. It's that's 6.3 and 470 microfarad. I've already checked on this on the circuit diagram as well. So that's what we are going to replace. Alright, so before we begin to unsolder the old capacitor, I always put a mark where the negative terminal is, so that when we're going to put in the replacement part, we know where to solder the negative terminal. So here, this is the negative one. I'll just make a point, and then we are going to unsolder that. Don't need to discharge it because it has just a 6.3 volts, so that's fairly low. But if you're going to work on 100 volts capacitor, you need to discharge that. So this is the negative terminal here. We are going to insulate it. Okay, always clean your solder with a isopropyl alcohol. So we are going to put in some batteries so that we can verify if the replacement worked on this camera. We'll just put in the screws for the shutter knob first. Okay, let's put in some new batteries to check shutter speed. Alright, for test comparison, we have my M645 again here and the client's M645. So we will begin with the, let's try 125. Alright, so this now has the new capacitor. Let me see if there's batteries here. Alright, 3, 2, same, say 1/4. 3, 2, just the same. 1/4. Or I'm not sure if the capacitor is in full voltage right now, but it seems to be. Seems to be working fine right now, so I believe that fixed the problem by just replacing the capacitor. So the only thing I need to do is to replace the right panel plate here, and I guess we're done. So again, if you find this episode useful, just click the like button, and as always, if you still haven't, please subscribe to this channel. So again, Alan here from Film Strip Flips, and you have a good one.